Hi and welcome to your joint opening series. You don't need any special equipment for this practice. It's just a nice way to be able to open up the body and lift up your energy if you're ever feeling a little tired or, first thing in the morning, it's really hard to wake up. This is a great way to start to wake up the body and get things moving so that it's easier to get up and start your day. So to get started, all we'll do is find a place to stand where you're not going to slip. If your surface is slippery, you can take off your socks, or you can even put on your shoes if you really want to. And we'll get started right from the feet and work our way up. So we talked about in class, where are the joints in your body? How many joints do you have? And turns out you have a whole lot of joints. So we're going to start at the feet. You can bring one foot back behind you and put the top of the foot on the ground. And then we're just going to make some circles with the ankle. And we're counting here. That's 3, 4, 5, and 6 in one direction. Then switch directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Awesome. Let's do the other foot. Put your foot, the top of your foot on the ground, and then roll the ankle. And you can move at your pace. If I'm going too quickly, you can slow it down. Just make sure, if you can count to yourself 6 turns in one direction and then turn, and 6 turns in the other. And we're not just getting the ankle here, we're also working the toes. 5 and 6, and now we've got both feet. So the next thing we're going to do is the knees, and to do the knees, we'll bring the legs together, bring the knees together, and then bend your knees. I'll turn so you can see me. So we've got our hands right above the knees. We're gonna hold on here, and then we're gonna make some circles with the knees. 3 and 4, 5 and 6. Now switch directions. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 2 more, 5 and 6. Great work. Now we're going to come up, hands onto the hips. You can take your feet nice and wide and then roll your hips. That's one big circle. This is a lot slower than the other joints because the hips can move so much. So you can imagine doing big hula hoops, circles, or tiny little circles if you want. Totally up to you. Fun fact about the hips are the largest joint in your body, right? So that's why there's this big range of motion. All right, let's switch directions to work out the hips. You're gonna keep rolling out the hips. 3, 4, 5, and 6. There we go, we did it. All right, next joint we are going to work is the hands. Now, we didn't do this in class, but we will do it at home. You can just kind of little spirit finger your hands, right? So I'll just like little starbursts. So a couple more on each hand. Perfect. And then we'll do the wrist. So bring the hands together and you can weave the fingers together, and I'll get closer so that you can see me. And we're going to keep the forearms together, and we're just going to make little figure 8s with the hands. That's 4, 5, and 6. And then this is a little trick for your brain. We got to switch directions. So reverse. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Awesome. Next, we're going to do the shoulders. Now, big sweeping circles. Doesn't matter which side you start with. You can have one foot forward, one foot back. Make those big, big circles. 5 and 6. And then we switch directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Awesome. Other side. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. You can pedal the arm back. Big sweeping circles with the arm. 5 and 6. Switch sides or switch directions. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Awesome. Now we are going to do, again, another thing that we didn't quite do in class, but I wanted to make sure that you got this as well. Because if we're waking up in the morning, sometimes this feels really, really nice. So we're just going to turn in each direction. And you can imagine, we'll do this in a couple of weeks. You can imagine your arms like empty coat sleeves. And you're just turning and twisting from one side to the other. and letting your arms just kind of dangle along for the ride. And that can feel really nice to open up the shoulders, open up the arms. Awesome. Let's do just one more each side. There we go. All right. Last thing we're going to do is the head. Now, when we were in class, a lot of us got really dizzy. So we're going to do 2 circles in one direction and then switch directions and 2 in the other. All right. So bring your chin down to your chest and we'll roll the head slowly. 1 and 2. And then we switch directions. 1 and 2. Awesome. And we'll switch again. 1 and 2. Switch again. 1 and 2. We are halfway done. We're going to take a moment to land and make sure that we're not too dizzy. You can shake out your hands and arms while we wait. And if you'd like, you can even try to shake out a foot. Yeah, and then another foot. Awesome. And then we'll come back and do the last 2 sets of circles. So chin down to chest. Roll that head. 1 and 2. And then switch directions. 1 and 2. 1 more in each direction. And last switch. There we go. We did it. Now there's one more joint in the body, and sometimes we forget about it because it's so big and there's so many parts and pieces to it. But if you can tell by my hands, we probably already know what it is. It's the spine. So we're going to roll up and down in the spine. You want to bend your knees for this one, and we're slowly going to make our arms nice and heavy, and slowly roll the arms down, roll the back down, maybe even touch the floor, and then slowly roll ourselves back up. And if you want, you can stretch your arms up to the sky. That was one big roll. All right, let's do it again. Take your time and imagine your arms are heavy. And you slowly roll your way down, down, down to the ground. And then slowly roll your way up. Inhale, sending your arms up overhead. There we go, that's 2. All right, we got 4 more. Take your time, nice and slow. This is a lot of parts and pieces in your spine. So you're gonna give them each a chance to slowly stack one on top of the other and come back up to standing. That's 3. We're halfway there. Slowly roll your way down and then roll your way up. Stretch arms overhead. That's 4. Slowly roll your way down and roll your way back up. That's 5. We got 1 more. Roll down and roll up. That's 6. We did it. That's it. So that's your joint opening series. It's a great way to warm up the body and wake up for the day. And I hope that was helpful for you as well. If you'd like, you can do the next video, which is a guided relaxation and visualization to help yourself calm down if you're ever feeling a little anxious or stressed, or maybe just having trouble falling asleep. I hope you have a great time, and I'll see you again so soon. Be well, friend.